Welcome to No Nonsense Reviews and How-Tos. Today I'm going to show you part 3 on how to hack your Nintendo Wii. We're going to focus on installing Nintendo, Super Nintendo, and Game Boy emulators and games. And when I say Game Boy, I'm talking all the Game Boys. Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, regular Game Boy. The first thing you're going to want to do, of course, is make sure that your 16 or 32 gig SD card is in your computer. You're going to want to download some emulators and some games to it, so it's the first thing that you need to do. So what you want to do here is go to the website that's in the description below. This is where you're going to download your Nintendo channel and emulator. Scroll over to the download link at the right, and you'll see a bunch of files and stuff that you can download, but we only want to focus on these two, which is the channel installer and the emulator. So download both of them. Here they are here in my downloads folder. I'm going to cut them out of here and I'm going to paste them into my 32 gig SD card. Once they're pasted in here, you can start unzipping them. You can unzip them together or separately, whatever works for you. I'm unzipping them separately, but they're now unzipped. I don't need the zip folders anymore. I'm going to delete those, and I also don't need any README files that come up, so I'm deleting those as well. They're pretty much useless. Now I want to go into this FCE UGX folder, and then I want to go into the ROMs folder that's in here, and this is where I'm going to add my Nintendo ROMs. So I have a bunch of ROMs that I've saved on a folder in my computer. As you can see, there's over 600 of them. I'm just going to copy them and put them into the ROMs folder on the 32 gig SD card. Now I can't tell you where to get ROMs. You're going to have to figure that out on your own, but you can find them on the internet in plenty of places. So while I'm doing that, the next thing I'm going to do is show you how to do the same thing for Super Nintendo games. So in the description again, you're going to find this link. This one here is for Super Nintendo. Just like the Nintendo website, you're going to want to scroll over to the download link on the right, click on it. You may have to wait a few seconds. Looks like I don't have to this time, but again, you want to download the channel and the emulator. Make sure you're downloading the latest ones too, version 4.43. So I've got them here in my downloads folder on my computer. Again, I don't need them there. I need them on that 32 gig SD card, so I'm going to get them out of here, and I'm going to paste in the root of the 32 gig SD card. I don't want them as zips, so I'm going to extract them. And again, just like with the Nintendo ones, I don't need any zip folders or files, and I don't need any README files, so they're just taking up space or making it look cluttered, so I'm going to delete them. Next, I'm going to go into the SNES9x GX folder, and then into the ROMs folder. Here's where I'm going to put my Super Nintendo ROMs. I have my ROMs saved in another folder on my computer, so I'm going to copy them all, over 700 of them, and I'm going to paste them into the SNES ROMs folder, as you can see here. So while I'm waiting for that to happen, the next thing I want to show you is how to do this with all the Game Boy systems and games. So go to this website here in the description, click on the download link to the right, and again, download the channel installer and the emulator. So you want both of these. So once you have both of these downloaded onto your computer, you want to put them into the root of your SD card. So let's get them out of here. We're going to cut them, and we're going to find our SD card, and we're going to paste them into the root of this SD card. So just like with the Nintendo and Super Nintendo, these need to be extracted. Once they're extracted, you don't need the zip files anymore. You don't need any README files that come up, so just delete them. From here, you want to go into the newly created VBA GX folder, and then into the ROMs folder, and you want to create a couple of new folders while you're in here. So you want to create them by system. So regular Game Boy ROMs. Next one I'm going to put here is Game Boy Advanced ROMs. And the last one, of course, that I'm going to put in here is Game Boy Color ROMs. So you need to create these 3 folders, and the reason why you want to do that is so you can separate these games. So once I have these folders created, of course I want to fill them with ROMs. So again, my ROMs are saved on my computer in a different folder. I'm going to grab them out of here, copy them, and I'm going to paste them into their corresponding folders. So these are my regular Game Boy games. They're going to get pasted into the regular Game Boy folder. Next, I'm going to do Game Boy Advance. So I'm going to find where my Game Boy Advance ROMs are on my computer. I'm going to copy them all, and I'm going to paste them into the Game Boy Advanced ROMs folder on the SD card. And of course, I'm going to do this one more time for Game Boy Color. Open up the folder on the SD card, find the ROMs on my computer, copy them all, and then paste them into the ROMs folder and the SD card. This might take a while, but when it's done, you're going to want to take out your 32 gig SD card from your computer and put it in your Wii. Go into the Homebrew channel, press start, wait for it to load. Once it's loaded, you're going to see all these new channels and emulators. So there's a few things that we're going to need to do here in order to get your mods and your channels working. So I'm going to start with Nintendo. First thing I want to do is actually load the channel. So I'm going to scroll down to the FCE Ultra channel. I'm going to hit load. It's going to load up. Yes, I want to install it. Just wait for it to install. There you go, the channel is there. So that channel is installed. Let's install the Super Nintendo channel now. So Snes9x GX, same thing, hit load. Wait for it to load. Once it's loaded up, well, you're gonna hit install. Once it's installed, hit OK. Channel done. Let's do this one more time for all the Game Boy channels. We need to scroll over. Here they are. Here's the emulator. Here's the channel. Let's install the channel. Click on it. Hit load. Wait for it. Once it loads, you want to hit install. It's fairly quick. The install is done. So we have installed 3 channels here. And what that's going to do is it's going to give you easy access to all the ROMs that you just put on. So here they are. Here are our 3 channels: Super Nintendo, Nintendo, and Game Boy. So let's try it out. Let's go into the Nintendo one. Looks pretty cool, but hit start. And once you're in here, you're going to see all those hundreds of games that you added. Let's try that again. Let's hit start. There it is. So here are all the games that I've added, just hundreds of them. They're all on the right. You can add cover art if you want. We can go through that in another video. Today we're just going to focus on the games themselves. Let's test one out, Nightmare on Elm Street. I've never played this one before, so let's see what it's about. But as you can see, it loads up just fine. And here I am. There's a snake after me. Let's see what else? Oh, another snake. Let's get out of the way. That's it. It works. That's all I really want to show you with that. I hit the home button. You have all these options to save it and reset and change your settings, but we're going to go into the main menu so I can show you Super Nintendo and Game Boy. So actually maybe I'll show you another Nintendo game first just to show you that they all work. But again, Balloon Fight. Haven't played this one before either, so not really sure what I'm in for, but here we go. Little guy here. Okay, great. Just popped a balloon. And, you know, again, I just want to show you some gameplay. We're not going to play the whole thing. It works. I'm going to get out of here. And let's show you some Super Nintendo games now. Let's exit out. Let's go to the Super Nintendo channel. Click on that. Click Start. Once we're in here, you're going to see all the hundreds of Super Nintendo games. And same thing as Nintendo. We can add cover art if we want. We'll do that at another time. Let's just pick a game here and show you some gameplay to you know, show you that it works. Scroll through here. Let's keep going. Maybe we'll find something decent that I know of. Yeah, Donkey Kong Country 3. I've played that one before. Let's see what it looks like. It's the opening scene. That's great. You don't hear the volume, but I can assure you that there's definitely volume for all of these games. You can definitely hear it. But I just want to show you gameplay. So we're getting in here, going through some opening scenes again, of course. I don't really want to get one started. I could, but again, just to show you that it works, let's get out of here. I don't want to save anything, that's fine. I could if I wanted, but I choose not to. And lastly, let's show you the Game Boy. So go to the channel, hit start, wait for it to load up. And here's those folders that we created with all the games separated. This is exactly why we wanted to create those folders, so you can separate them. Anyways, let's try a game. 007 has all the languages. This is exactly how you would see it on your Game Boy. Let's hit start. Intro screens. Here it is, 007. I'm probably not going to play this one either, just because you don't need to see that. I just want to show you that they work. Boy, those graphics are really good. Hey, it brings back memories though. There it is, 007. We could start it. I'm not going to. Let's get out of here. Let's try some more games. Go into the main menu. Exit out of here. Let's try Game Boy Color. Let's try Carmageddon for Game Boy Color. I've played this on computer before. I don't think I've ever played it on Game Boy, but let's see what we got. We'll just start a random race here. And this is not what I remember it to look like on a computer, but here we go. It works. That's all you really need to see. Let's get out of here. And finally, we're going to try the original Game Boy games to show you what those look like. And of course to show you that it worked. So let's scroll all the way up here. One level up, go into the Game Boy. And we can pick any game here. Let's just pick this Addams Family one. All these opening credits need to get through. Let's get into it. Let's hit start and see what it looks like. So this is, original Game Boy from the late 80s, early 90s. Here it is. You can play all these games on your Wii. Again, that's really it. I'm not going to get into much gameplay. I just want to show you that it works. So we can get out of here. Go back to the main menu. I don't want to save anything. You could if you wanted to, but again, I don't want to. I'm just for demonstration purposes. So let's exit. And there you have it. There's your 3 channels. All the games added. Fairly simple. Hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next video.